Hello again and a warm welcome to News Across Nigeria, where we give you information on what's happening now across the 36 states of the Nigerian Federation. I'm Olumide Macaulay on today's edition. Herdsmen and farmers from Benue and Nasarawa states resolve their differences. The Nigerian Navy intercepts vessel with illegal immigrants. And the Osun State government says no Lassa fever here. Fulani herdsmen and Agatu farmers from Benue and Nasarawa State have resolved their differences, amongst other things, and they're seeking an amicable resolution to constant clashes that has claimed many lives. Representatives of the ethnic groups occupying border communities in Nasarawa and Benue states decided to sheath their swords at a joint Security Council meeting of the two states held in Lafia, the Nasarawa state capital.
Governor Tanko Almakura of Nasarawa State and his Benue State counterpart, Samuel Otom, joined leaders of Miyetti Allah, a social-cultural association of Fulani herdsmen and traditional rulers from Tiv and Agatu communities at the joint security and peace meeting of the two states. Governor Samuel Otom, in his opening remarks, recounts a similar effort made in maintaining peace between the state and Taraba State.
Today, our border with Taraba State, we are very cordial. And we are maintaining peace in these two states. Nasarawa State and Benue State, we are also maintaining peace. For me, this meeting is going to strengthen and identify certain loopholes and leakages and then block them.
A successful meeting, and Governor Almakura reels out the resolutions reached.
The two states should tackle this problem frontally, intensify surveillance and patrol activities in their border areas, identify the perpetrators, sponsors, financiers of these heinous crimes, and be made to face the full wrath of the law.
The parties in the region violence in and around Nasarawa and Benue communities promise they will impress it on the members to always resolve amicably all forms of misunderstanding.
We are going to do it with the assistance of the security, so that we should call the youth of Agatu, the youth of Tif, the youth of Fulani, so that we should sit down with them and tell them the importance of peace.
We believe in dialogue, and this dialogue has given us a lot of good mind towards solving problems. Right now, it is noted that we will definitely get home and talk to our people for peace.
The security of lives and property may have improved significantly in border communities of the two states. And with this meeting comes the belief that efforts will be made to prevent future attacks.
The Nigerian Navy, on patrol of the Calabar waters, have intercepted a vessel from Gabon carrying about 300 passengers, of which more than half that number had no valid travel documents. Briefing newsmen on the shoreline of the Calabar waters, the flag officer commanding Eastern Naval Command and Rear Admiral Atiku Abubakar Abdul Kadir disclosed that foreigners from West African countries and the Central African region were on board the vessel.
In the last 1 year, Nigeria seems to have become a destination for deportees, immigrants and migrants from Gabon, with the Calabar waters continually receiving the boats that bring them in spite of warnings by the Nigerian government stopping all forms of illegal migration into the country. They're still trooping in, with the latest arrivals numbering over 700. More than half of them could not provide passports or other valid travel documents, with emergency traveling certificates the only things to show for their passage into Nigeria. Worried about the security threats they pose to the country, the Nigerian Navy and other security agencies passed the genuine travelers, while others will be repatriated to Gabon.
It's a big concern for us that people are coming into this country without the appropriate traveling documents. We are working closely with immigration, the customs, of course the port health, because now we're talking about Lassa fever, we're talking about some other things. And we want to be sure that all those that are here are those who should come in, and those that require some attention are given the appropriate attention.
Such large volumes of migrants coming in from the waterways is usually a cause for concern, but the state government has given assurances that there's no cause for alarm. The Immigration Service is also appealing to parents to ask their children to beware of strangers.
We have the responsibility to secure cross variants and crossover state, and we've spent so much to do that. And the assurance I'll continue to give is that crossover state is still very secure.
I want to appeal to parents to discourage their children, their wards, from irregular migration. Like we have seen what is happening. Most countries of the world now are not comfortable when they see people in their midst that do not have genuine valid travel documents. If they must migrate at all, they must go with proper travel documents. They must go with the relevant work permits.
It's the second time in a year that such a large volume of deportees will be received from Gabon. The previous number was 700. That's 1 million in total of those attempting to enter Nigeria through Calabar waters alone. And with the tense security situation in some parts of the country, is the kind of migration that should get extra attention.
And as the Nigerian states face the security challenges in surmounting them, the Inspector General of Police speaks on the virtues of community policing. That's next.